Every time I have been on this journey of being too nice, serving another person, giving your all, your heart, your soul to another person, being there because you believe in them, you believe in their vision. Every time I've done this, every time I've been there for someone else by abandoning myself. Oh, maybe they're going through a lot, or maybe they need my support, or maybe I can really help them, support them, and help them out of the situation. And then on the other side of it, they will be free of their suffering. Every time I've played from this identity, this shadow, I've been at loss. I have been at a disadvantage all the freaking time. You gotta be kind, but you don't gotta be nice. You don't gotta be nice. Niceness needs to end now. Niceness needs to be released. You got to understand that on this planet Earth, a lot of relationships, in fact, most of them are transactional. Only very few of them are unconditional, and the number one unconditional relationship you have is the one with yourself, where there can be unconditional love fostered. For example, you do something that you may call as a bad habit or something that you don't approve of, you would instantly abandon yourself, criticize yourself, look at yourself with shame. So even with ourselves, we have to learn to foster an unconditionally loving relationship. And the way that we learn unconditional love is by creating a relationship with the source, by allowing that unconditional love to flow in our lives every day. But most relationships on earth are transactional. You might not be seeing it as transactional. You might be there wanting to give your all, wanting to give 100% to another person, being there for them as much as you can. But at the end of the day, when you have overextended yourself a lot, you've shrunk yourself, you've made yourself small, you know what the other person's going to say? They're going to say, what have you even done for me? What have you even done? I don't see anything you've done for me. And that is when you're going to learn a hard lesson. I'm not here to save you from that hard lesson, because if you have to go through that journey, you go through that journey and learn. I'm here to offer you the wisdom of how to move beyond that. Here's what you need to do. First of all, release the identity of the Savior. You're no one's savior. You cannot save anyone. I understand you feel too much for other people. You're an empath. You feel a lot. You want to be there. You want to help other people. You got to understand that if you go from the energy of being the savior, the divine will humble you in ways you won't understand. You can be removed tomorrow. You can die tomorrow. But the person who is meant to receive support, meant to receive divine guidance, they will. Just how the divine is working with you, the divine is working with them too. So you got to trust that just how there is support, divine support for you, there is divine support for them too. So release the identity of the Savior. When you enter into a situation from a place of the Savior, what are you doing? You're feeling that, okay, I have some power, I can help this person, I'm going to give them my all. And in return, they're going to probably be able to receive from me and rise. What happens in this situation is that you give your power away to them. Slowly, slowly, you're giving your power away to them. You're making them more and more powerful. You're letting them know that you're all available for them, all available for them to walk all over you. And what happens when you give power to other people? Most of them don't know how to handle power. Most of them do not hold the wisdom to sustain power, to handle power. And so they end up abusing it. They end up abusing you. They end up taking you for granted. They end up walking all over you. You end up overextending yourself. You end up being there for them, avoiding, ignoring your own intuition, your own inner wisdom. And you end up learning a lesson which is harsh, which is heartbreaking at times. And in the end, you would say, I was there. I did everything right. I was being kind. I was there for them when they were going through so much. You would find yourself confused and lost. Why does that happen? Because in the bargain of you being there for another person, because you felt their pain, you felt like you could add value to their lives. In the bargain of that, you forgot yourself. And whenever you forget yourself, whenever you overextend yourself, and if I just offer myself to them, if I just offer my presence to them, I can save them. Whenever you move into that dynamic, you will be humbled by the universe. So release the identity of the Savior, because that is what will keep you trapped in this simulation, in this matrix. You got to realize that number one, most people on this planet Earth are here for transactional relationships. So even if you come with your open heart, your warm heart, offering love to everyone else, they might not know how to receive it and they'll end up disrespecting you. They might not know how to acknowledge that that love that you're giving to them, because they're here for a transaction. They're here to, you give them something, they give you something, and they don't understand anything beyond it. Number two, most people on earth don't know how to handle their power. They don't. So if you give people power who don't know how to handle it, they're going to abuse it. They're going to take advantage of it. Treat yourself as precious. Be there for yourself unconditionally. Don't be there for another person unconditionally. Until unless they're in the state of receptivity, until unless your unconditional presence is honored and revered, for that you'll need discernment. So number three is that not everyone is here who's ready to receive from you. You might have a beautiful heart, you might have so much love to offer, but not everyone has the container to handle your love. They don't have the capacity to take care of you. Number four, if you really want to support people, if you really have this beautiful heart that wants to give back, I love that. I love that. That is beautiful. Send out a message to the universe. Dear universe, how may I serve? How may I serve you? Send out that message and let universe bring you people. Let universe bring you opportunities where you can serve, where you and say it out, set that intention as well. Dear universe, I want to serve people who are ready to receive from me. I always set that intention when I am inviting people for my sessions, from my work. Whenever I do that, I say that, dear universe, bring in people who are totally ready. Bring in people who are ready to receive from me, who will actually transform, whose lives will actually transform through my presence. I only want those people in my space. I make it clear. I only want people in my space who are ready receivers of my work, of my gifts, who I can really impact, because my time here is limited. And if I really want to serve, if I really want to make an impact through my service, if that is my purpose, my dharma, my calling, then I got to treat my presence, my time as precious. And when I treat it as precious, other people treat it as precious. And when I don't treat it as precious, when I offer it freely and overextend myself, of course, universe will humble me down too. Don't forget that you're not the doer. You're just a medium. Universe has its way of humbling you down deeply. And remember, universe can wipe you off the face of the earth tomorrow, and the person who has to get the support will still get the support. And the fifth one is be a bad bitch if that's what's needed. What you're doing is you're expressing an aspect of you. You're expressing the dark goddess within you. When the Kali arises when the inner child within you has to be protected at all cost. And she speaks the truth, and that truth pierces through the darkness. It pierces through the darkness. So be a bad bitch sometimes if that's what's needed. But that doesn't mean that bad bitch becomes your identity, because that is again an extreme. Kali energy, the dark goddess energy, is an extreme. It comes in places where the inner child needs extreme protection from the dark. It doesn't need to be there always. So pick your battles. There are sometimes you may feel your boundaries have been violated. You may feel like, okay, I overextended myself here. I abandoned myself in this space. I operated from a place of being the savior. But can I exit this place with grace? I'll speak my truth. I'll speak what is needed to be spoken, but I don't need to go beyond it. I don't need to make it messy. I can just speak the truth, exit with grace. So learn where speaking your truth will be helpful to you, will be a service to your soul, and where walking away with grace will be a service to your soul. At the end of the day, you got to see how to take care of this being, how to be unconditionally present with this being. When you are unconditionally present yourself, that is when universe will give you the opportunities to be unconditionally present for another person as well. A lot of people say that we want to give, we want to be of service. And I always say, being of service is a privilege that not everyone has. Being of service is a capability that the universe gives you. The universe makes you capable enough to be of service. And until the universe makes you capable enough to be of service, you're not able to be. You end up being the savior. What does it mean to be capable enough to give? It means that you're overflowing in a certain aspect of your life. You're overflowing either with wisdom, with love, with abundance. You're overflowing with knowledge. It's a gift. When you're overflowing with it, that is when you can offer it to the world. Unless until you are full of it, you're fulfilled with it, you are not capable of giving. When you send out the prayer, dear universe, how may I serve? What does the universe do? The universe makes you capable to give, makes you capable enough to give. It fills you up with abundance. It brings in opportunities for love. It brings in opportunities for abundance of all kinds. That when it brings in the opportunity of abundance of all kinds, that is when you become capable enough, your cup is full and overflowing, and that is when you're able to give. And that is when your presence itself offers so much to the world. Your presence itself is precious, and that is when your presence itself uplifts the vibrations of everyone around you. So remember, if you want to be of service to this world, to humanity, you gotta be of service to yourself first. You can't abandon yourself. You can't overextend yourself. You've got to take care of yourself, treat yourself as precious, fulfill yourself, fill your own cup, and then you can offer it to another person. And you may make this mistake a lot of times. The ego will play and will say, oh, I can help here, I'm important, I can receive validation of my worth by being there for another person. Be aware of that play of the ego. Every time you go into that space, you will come back a little bit more hurt. And when you've realized how precious you are, how beautiful you are, how your presence is precious, you will transcend the need to learn this lesson. You will move on the other side of it, and you will only and only attract people who are your tribe, who are ready receivers. And that would be a beautiful space to be in, wouldn't it? So today, are you willing to let go of the savior in you? The one that tries to save, the one that tries to feel important or receive validation of their worth by being there for another person? Are you willing to destroy that identity today and instead embody the identity of the one who treats their presence as precious? Embody the identity of the one who's a channel, who's a medium, who understands that if anyone is to be supported through this channel, through this medium, it would happen in a very beautiful, divinely guided way. And at no point it would require you to abandon yourself. So continue to be of service, but now with greater discernment. Continue to be of service from a space of fulfillment, not lack. Continue to give from a space of abundance. So, moving from a place of the Savior to the one who knows their power. And that is a beautiful place to be in.